my goodness! Oh no!
That's the way you're supposed to do it.
The best thing about being in a play is, for me, is I like to make people laugh. I love to entertain people.
We're trying to make sure it's not, doesn't become a lost art. The fun, the nostalgia.
Well, thank you for joining us on this Feel Good Friday. I'm Siobhan Klepfer alongside the one and only, of course, Jim Geyer. And we start off Feel Good Friday today with this incredible person and meteorologist who we are celebrating today on his last day here at WLNS. So, as you saw, we dug deep into the 6 News vault to walk down memory lane and mark Jim's monumental career. Take a look.
Now, here's Storm Center 6 meteorologist Jim Geyer.
Good morning. Again, another day with temperatures way below where they should be.
Through extreme heat, extreme cold, record-breaking rain, and wicked wind, buried in snow, encased in ice, and in the path of terrifying tornadoes.
We're seeing a lot of this on the ground. Boards with nails sticking out of them.
Meteorologist Jim Geyer has either walked you through it or driven through it over 3 decades at WLNS, informing Mid-Michigan of what's to come, what has come, and what comes next, morning, noon, and night. Sometimes overnight during severe weather coverage, sleeping a few hours on a hallway couch before pulling a double shift.
You've worked, I think, every shift that this station has to offer. So thank you for being there for us. Thank you for being there for our viewers.
We jokingly call you the mailman of weather because you always deliver.
We went inside the house where Tornado Lake basically demolished this house, and the family, you know, trusting Jim, we went inside the house and they showed us where they hid.
How does he do it? Education? Experience? Exceptional skill? If you ask Jim, it's a passion for the job and a cup of joe, or 2, or 3.
The smell of coffee, I know when you're working because it's always brewing.
With his radio and television careers combined, Jim has accumulated more than 40 years of forecasting experience, getting his start with a degree in atmospheric and oceanic sciences from U of M.
We're proud to call him a Wolverine. From all of us at the University of Michigan Climate and Space, congratulations on your retirement, Jim, and go blue.
Just like a fresh, hot coffee in the morning, Jim is a welcome sight to TV6 viewers, and they'd perk up seeing him around mid-Michigan, getting NOAA weather radios in as many homes as possible to keep people as safe as possible. Always there to lend a hand, with more than a few jokes up his sleeve.
Yes. Big horns.
Yes.
Wow.
That is an accident waiting to happen for everybody.
So that would be 3 horns for the... Never mind.
When he's not digging into the forecast, he's digging into the dirt, taking Mid-Michigan into Geyer's garden to learn the ins and outs of everything from tending to your lawn to flowers, fruits, and veggies.
Well, we've had a hard time even trying to get into our gardens, but it's about that time.
It's been such a privilege and an honor to work with him over these years. We're going to miss him so much and wish him nothing but the best in his new endeavors.
Some of those veggies made it into the TV6 station, often in the form of chocolate zucchini bread, courtesy of Jim's wife, Jane. Jim has a green thumb, but he also has a sweet tooth. Chocolate, punchki, pie, Jim's your guy.
Oh, Jim,
Oh.
I'll tell you,
Well,
Jim, I'll tell you what, we got a lot of work to do.
All right.
Yes, Jim has had many sugar highs over the years, but there have also been some lows, forced to shift focus from weather safety to skin safety in 2015.
Okay, you did great. We're going to get a bandage on your ear here.
For years, Jim has also helped raise awareness and funds for Habitat for Humanity, which builds affordable houses, repairs houses, and crafts home wheelchair ramps for deserving people and families.
The mean streak is no more.
For more than 40 years, Jim has tracked the drastic ups and downs that Michigan weather has to offer, and that's what he enjoys about roller coasters.
Oh!
He has been our coaster correspondent, reporting from area amusement parks and shining light on the latest and greatest ones.
Oh my goodness! Oh no!
Much like roller coasters and Jim's beloved NASCAR races, all good things must come to an end. What will not, however, is the impression that Jim has made on Mid-Michigan as a meteorologist, a mentor, and a man.
Jim, you are more than a colleague. I want to thank you for being like a dad to me. You listened to me cry over heartbreak. You read my favorite Bible verse at my wedding, and you even made time to travel and to hold my very first baby.
I am very proud of the person you are and proud to call you my friend.
I am so thankful that I was able to start out my career working with you and being able to learn from the over 4 decades of experience that you had.
I just want to say it has been an honor and a privilege to work with you. You have been there steadfast for the Mid-Michigan community for decades.
So enjoy your retirement, and with all that free time, I hope to see you out there riding some roller coasters.
It wasn't just fun working with you, but you also helped me to grow and learn a lot. From you, I've learned a lot about weather, storm chasing, gardening, and because of solely you, I now know what to do if I ever come across a Japanese beetle.
We're talking 20 years ago. I was about to do my first severe weather cut-in, and I was running through the roads that were going to be impacted, and I was going to say, we all know it, Kreitz Road in Lansing. I was going to say Kreitz Road, and you really politely stopped me and said, David, it's Kreitz Road. So you've been saving my bacon ever since then.
Congratulations, Jim Geyer, Mr. Geyer, as I like to call you, on an incredible career.
That's what you're supposed to do.
Jim Geyer is an award-winning, caffeinated, Emmy-nominated meteorologist, the gold standard, and now honored by the Michigan chapter of the National Academy of Television Arts and Sciences into the prestigious Silver Circle, recognizing the more than 25 years of distinguished service.
Congratulations, Jim. And it's been my honor and privilege as well to work with you here for 6 News at 5:30 and also at 6 News at noon. We've had some wonderful years together.
Yeah. You want some more zucchini bread?
Always.
Okay.
Whenever you want to come back, Jim.
That's another thing.
The doors are open, but we have one more surprise for you. So this is a special proclamation from Governor Gretchen Whitmer. And it says, this document is signed and dedicated to Jim Geyer as our symbol of gratitude for his career and contributions to the state of Michigan. So there you go, Jim.
Wow.
Congratulations.
Where do I put this? I mean, it's right here for now.
It's right here for now, yeah.
Love it.
Any final thoughts? I know you have your final forecast coming up, but anything you wanted to say?
You know, I'm 70 years old now, okay? I just feel that it's time to let others do it now.
Yeah.
And they're going to be good too, okay? So I'll just sit back and say, you know, well done.
Well done, and he'll be watching. And you've helped pave that way for them, Jim, so thank you.
Oh, my pleasure.
Yeah. All right. Well, we do have some other stories to get to. Okay, so coming up, a pair of